Hello, sunshines. How art thou? I am Creative Stitching Diva, the Graphic Queen, and I am here to give you another tutorial on how to do the perfect, damn near perfect graph. So this is something that I had went over on the Chronicles podcast on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to come and join us, we were talking about different things that you guys asked, and I offered in a video format, and we discussed it in a live version on our podcast on Chronicles of a Crochet Diva. So if you ever want to check us out on Sundays, that's where we'll be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can check us out and hang with us and ask all of your questions, and we are there to help you. But I am here now putting it on a smaller, like, chopping up the questions and just putting them out there for on a smaller spectrum. So today we're going to go over foundation crochet, and my problem that I'm seeing is I don't like when I see it. It's the questions of how do you start a new color on the foundation row, and the chains, like how can you not have it twisted? What is an easier way to do like 200 or 150 chains without getting it twisted or having problems? So this is the video for you. So hang along and join me to find out how you can get foundations going, and so you could get it to look like this. You could start with the different colors at the bottom, and also so that you could do your chain and your stitch at the same time, which will make it easier for you. With I'm going to start with the single crochet foundation so that you can see how to do this, which is the single crochet foundation. You're going to do your chains as well as your single crochet at the same time. Not only am I going to show you how to do that, I'm going to show you how to make sure your ends, this is the end, the one that be sticking out at the end, tuck in your ends and making sure that everything looks good and neat. We're going to start with the chains, right? So for single crochet, we're going to do 2. Then we're going to go into this loop here at the bottom, which is the chain, the second chain from the hook. We're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So you're going to have your chain and your stitch at the same exact time. So that equals 1. Then we're going to go into this stitch that we just created, which is the chain right here. This part is the chain. We're going to go into that stitch, right? Pull up a loop like that, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So you just made your chain and then your stitch at the same time. We're going to keep going in to that stitch that we just made, which is right here, the chain. Yup, we're going to go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, chain, yarn over, pull through 2, stitch. Okay, let's do it again. Go in to your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 1, chain, pull through 2, stitch. Chain, stitch, chain, stitch. That's what we're doing, right? And as you're going, you're going to count. This way, you don't have any problems with turning. You don't have to worry about doing the count of the stitch and then going back and doing the count of your chain, I'm sorry. You don't have to go back doing the count of the chains and then the stitch. So this will be perfect for those long blankets that's 100 or more. You don't have to worry about going back and forth. You just do it all at the same time. And this is it. This is all we are doing, right? So once we get to our 158 chains and stitches at the same time, you're going to stop, right? And you're going to chain one, right? And we're going to go to the next row. Okay, look how neat this look. Look how pretty, right? Look how pretty that look. And you don't have to worry about your blanket, with the wonky looking chains and foundation stitches at the bottom. So we're going to go into that first stitch, pull up a loop, and we're going to make our first single crochet. I'm not a single crochet girl, but this is taking me a lot more time than a half double crochet because I'm just so much quicker doing half double crochet. But as we're going through each stitch, and look how easy this was. Look how easy this was. And we're going to just keep going until we get to the end. And once we get to this end, we're going to show you how to tuck in that tail, because that tail right there is we don't want to weave that in. We want to get as least weavingations as possible. There's no weavinations that's going to stop us, okay? So this last one, let me make sure I got it in right. Yep, I got it in right. Okay, so we're going to go through like that. So once we finish that last single crochet, we're going to take our hanging tail, wrap it around our hook, and pull it through our loop, just like that. That's all we're going to do. Take it, wrap it around our hook, pull through the loop, and go back into that loop, and let's adjust it a little bit. Don't make it too tight, but just adjust it to your tension. Chain one and turn. And as you can see, our tail is just hanging right over our stitches. And this is when we are going to complete our single crochet for the third row, right? And as we're doing that, we're putting our tail on top of the stitches. So we are crocheting with the chains on top of the stitches. And that's how we do the single crochet foundation, as well as tucking in our tail. And that's it. That's just about it. And then you could just cut that piece off once you're finished and you're good to go. And that's how we do the single crochet foundation. And there we go. Now we're going to start the half double crochet, which is my favorite. We're going to do the half double foundation, and we're going to do 3 chains. So before, the single crochet was 2, half double crochet is 3. And we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into that first loop that we made, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then we're going to do our chain, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3, right? And so now we're going to just fix that up a little bit, and usually I'll just pull this to make it like seal the deal. I love sealing the deal. Yup. And then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into that chain that we just made on the previous row, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. And then we're going to keep on going. Yarn over, pull through our stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. And we're just going to keep on going. Yarn over, and then you want to do it as loose as possible so that it's not like bunching in. You don't want it to like bunch in, because this area right here tends to start bunching in because you are probably doing it tight. You don't want to do it tight. All right, so we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 3, and we're going to complete that and keep going. See how smooth that is? And you're completing your chain and your stitch all at once. Your chain and your stitch. So yarn over, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, chain, yarn over, pull through 3, stitch. 2 more. Go in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, chain, yarn over, pull through 3, loop, stitches. And 1 more, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3, and there you go. All right, so now we're going to go to the next row. That's chain 1, and then we're going to yarn over and go into that first stitch that we just completed, and we're going to do our regular half double crochet. Yarn over and pull through all 3. See how it's curving a little bit? And I used to do it to the point where it was curving all the way, but it's gonna even itself out. If you're a really tight crocheter like I am, I'm doing this as loose as possible too, but it's gonna even itself out as you're going to the next row. Each row you're gonna even it out. So I'm going to complete my half double crochet, and then we're going to add my tail. So we're going to complete this last half double crochet, and we're going to wrap that tail over my hook and pull through that loop that we just used. Go back into the same loop, yarn over, pull up a chain, and turn. Once you get to that next row, we are going to crochet over this tail so that we don't have to worry about it when we finish. Yarn over, pull through all 3, and just keep going while you are crocheting over this tail. Making sure that it's the same exact color. If it's a different color, we don't want to do that. We will want to do the tail in the same exact color. If it's not in that same color, then don't do it. But 9 times out of 10, it will be the same exact color. Then again, knowing if you're using one of my graphs, you never know, because, I'll be making some masterpieces. All right, so now that we got to the end, this is how it looks. This is your half double foundation, half double crochet, the foundation half double crochet, and that will make it easier for you to complete your half double crochet grafting. Now let's move on to changing those colors with the foundation. Before I finish, check this out. Hold on, sunshines. You need a logo, website, and business branding ideas? Check out Lightwork Designs, one-stop shop for all your branding needs. Link in the description below. Just say the Diva sent you. Okay, so let's get a little bit technical here. Anytime you have some type of graph that starts off at the foundation crochet, the foundation row, which is the chain row, I actually do something a little bit different sometimes, or sometimes I may do it like this. It's up to you. Now, if you want to start it off with the colors that are on the foundation row, the actual first row, this is what you need to do. Okay, so what I did was I set up my strings according to how many color changes I'm going to do. I'm going to do 3 different color changes. There's the pink, the purple, and then the pink. So I have my purple, my pink, and my pink, and I have it ready for me so that when it's time to use it, it's already done. So if you use bobbins, if you let your strings hang, you use balls, baggies, clips, whatever you use, this is how you're going to have it set up, and you're going to have it there waiting for you so that you can have this done, right? So we're going to start off with the pink, and we're going to start off with our single crochet. This is the single crochet one. So we're going to do 1, 2 chain, right? And then we're going to go into that first loop, pull up a chain, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through the 2, right? And then, like I said, we're going to just push that up a little bit, right? Now we're going to complete 5 5 of the stitches. So we're going to go through 1 to complete the chain, and then 2 to complete the stitch. So that's 2 stitches, 2 foundation stitches, and we're going to do it again, 3, and we're going to do it again, 4. And now that we're going to go to our 5th one, we're going to go in to our stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and stop. When you stop, you're going to let your strings hang down, and then we're going to pick up the next color, which is the purple, put it on our hook, and pull through both. I'm tugging down on the pink string a little bit just to make sure that it's in there and it doesn't move, right? So as we're doing this, we're going to make sure that we keep this as tight as possible, right? So we're going to go into our stitch from the previous row right there. But as I'm doing that, I am going to put both of the tails on top of my hook. I am going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And once we complete that, I'm going to just tug down on that purple just a little, not a lot, just a little, and tug down on that pink just a little, not a lot, just a little, just so that we are sealing it in and it's not moving. But we're not finished. We're going to go into that stitch again, and we're just going to take the purple, not the pink, because we need the pink when we come back. We're going to take that purple and put that tail on top of your hook. Yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 1, chain, yarn over, pull through 2. And there you go. So then you have your color change, right? So then we're going to keep going because we need 5. We're going to go in. We're going to take that tail and put it over. So the first time we put it over on top like this, now we're going to put it over on top from the other side. So that was from the back. Before we did it from the front, now we're doing it from the back. We're pulling up a loop, going yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so now we're going to go in here again. We're going to put this to the front, from the front to the back. Right? Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. And we have one more. That's 4 so far, so we need one more. And we're going to go into that stitch. And now it's going to go from the back to the front again. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, and we made our chain, and we're going to stop because now it's time to put on the pink. All right, so now we're going to pick up the pink, and we're going to do the same thing, which we're leaving a little bit, like maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of string hanging for our tail so that we could weave that in, pull through, and we're going to just tug down a little bit on that purple, and we're also holding it with our fingers. That way it does not move anywhere. We're holding it, and now we're going to take that. It may be a little bit loose, but we're about to fix that. We're going to go into that stitch, right? And just like before, we're going to make sure that it's on top of our hook, both colors. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we're going to pull on it a little bit just to make sure that the stitches are in there. See? Now that the stitches are in there, we are going to go and complete our pink. So that's 1, loop 2. Okay. Now we're going to put our pink on top from the front to the back of the hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over 1, and yarn over 2. But as I'm doing this, I'm just making sure that the stitch look good, making sure that you do not see the tails. You know, just making sure you are doing it the best that you could and try to do it as loose as possible. And then we're just going to keep on doing it until we reach that 5. And now the tucking in the tail is not mandatory. It's not something you have to do. It's just something I choose to do because I do not like to weave in. You could weave in with your needles, hooks, or whatever if you choose to, but this is just how I choose, and I figure some people might as well. So here we go. This is our foundation chain, which is our chain stitches in our single crochet. So now we're going to go to the next row, and we're going to go into our first single crochet, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to stop when we have 2 on our hook, and then we're going to pull up that purple, which is already right there, especially if you need it already on the graph. And we're going to go into 1, 2, and then when it's time to change your colors again, you're going to stop where it says where you have the 2 on the hook, pick up that next color, pink, and there you go. And then we're going to go into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And complete that single crochet. Put your tail through that loop so you don't have to worry about weaving that in. Go back in there, chain 1, turn, and boom. There you go. And you do not have to worry about doing that. So we're going to crochet that until we get to the purple. And once we get to the purple, we will stop. I'm going to make sure that pink is to the front now, because all of our strings are hanging to one side, not two. We're picking up that pink. And we're going to complete it until we get to the end. Now we're going to drop that, pick up that pink. And here we go. Chain 1, turn, and then you complete whatever color changes you may have. You could do your regular color changing. You don't even have to worry about that foundation anymore. And there you go. So that's how I do the foundation color changings and tucking in my tail. So now let's do the HDC version. So just like the single crochet, we're going to do the half double crochet, and we're going to do it the same exact way, except for it's going to be half double crochet. So let me just make sure I have my strings handy dandy. And like the first one, we're going to make sure we have our 3 colors, because we have the pink, the purple, and the pink. So we have our purple, we have our pink, right there, and we have our other pink, because we need 2. We need 2. So we have both, right? So we're going to put that to the side. so you can see how we doing that. And let's start. Okay, so we're going to take our hook, and just like the regular foundation, we're going to yarn over and pull through 3 chains. Now we're going to yarn over and put it through the first loop. Okay, yarn over, pull through that 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. And like I said, we're going to just push that up a little bit. Now you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into that loop that we just made, that chain we just made. Yarn over, pull through 1, that's the chain. Yarn over, pull through 3, that's HDC. Yarn over, go into that next one, pull up, yarn over 1, chain, yarn over, pull through 3, that was 1 HDC. And we need to do 2 more to make 5. 1 more. Okay, so go in, yarn over, pull up a loop. I'm sorry. We got to make sure this is HDC, so you got to make sure you yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and then you're going to have the 3 on the hook. We're going to keep that 3 on the hook because now we need to change colors. And again, make sure you're leaving at least an inch to at least a ½ inch to an inch of tail. Pull through all 3, and then we're going to tug down a little bit. All right, so we're going to make sure that we're going in to that into that stitch from the previous row, and we're going through both stitches just like that, both stitches. It's the chain that we just made from the previous row. That's exactly where we're going in to where the chain was. You're going to put your tails on the top of the hook, and then yarn over, go in and put your chains on top of the hook. We need the yarn over first, and then you could do that. Chain 1, go through 1, chain over and go through 3. And then we're going to just tug down on that a little bit just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and then complete your 5. Making sure that we're putting the tail on top of the hook. So we're putting it on top from front to back. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. We got 2 more. Go yarn over, pull through. So we're going to pull it from the back to the front on the hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. And 1 more. Put our tail from the front to the back, and yarn over, pull through 1, chain, yarn over, pull through all 3. Let me see, 1, 2, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just need to pull this out a little bit. I'm going to start that one over because we need to change colors. Put that over the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and then we have the 3 on the hook. And it's time to pick up our next color, leaving at least ½ to 1 whole inch of the yarn, pulling down on it a little bit on the purple. And now we're going to yarn over and pull through. As I'm doing this, I am making sure that my strings don't go anywhere. So we're going to put it on top of the hook, our tails, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. And there you go. Now we're going to complete the rest of our 5. Putting our tail on, And if you needed me to do it over, maybe you could slow it down, slow the video down, or just keep going back until you get it. Or if you need me, hit me up. Maybe I could do another video, or if you're a Diva Squad, we could work out something. Okay, so we're gonna put it on like that. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through all three, and one more. Go in like that, and booyah. Now we're going to chain one and yarn over and go in to the next chain, and there you go. And we're just going to complete it doing the regular HDC. And when it's time to change colors, like now, we're going to stop at 3, pick up the next color, pull through, and keep on going. You could also do pop, lock, and drop with it if you could do that. The only other thing, I don't think you could do the loop a scoop. If you don't know about the loop a scoop, I have a video on that, on how to do loop a scoop. If you're having problems with color changing, there's different versions. Okay, so now we're going to pull through that, yarn over, and we're going to complete our HDC foundation. And 3, 2, and 1. Finish that off, pull through your tail, go back into the same exact loop, yarn over, not yarn over, goodness, chain 1. Now we're yarn over and then go into the first stitch. And now we're going to complete it by crocheting over, and all your strings will still be hanging from the front now. Well, this is the back, but it's going to be towards you, because you do not want to have your strings hanging on both sides. You just want it to hang on one. All right, so now we're going to put it down, pick up the next one, and here you go. Finishing it off with HDC. See, I told y'all I could do HDC quicker. This is a shame. This is a shame. This is a shame. And there we go. See how your colors look? See how it look? See how pretty it look? And you change the color on your foundation, y'all. Look at that. Okay, that is it for the foundation single crochet, foundation H double to the C. And that is it with your color changings with the single crochet and H to the double C. And we're going to go over some other things. So don't forget to check back. Don't forget to come back. Don't forget to see what is next for Creative Stitching Diva and all of the many things that I put out for you regarding graphic ends. Don't forget my podcast on Sundays. And also don't forget, if you're not a part of the Diva Squad, join. Is right down there next to the subscribe button. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you want, please give us a like, especially if you were able to get something new on your graphic agenda. Give us some like and share, because sharing is caring. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the Diva Squad, click that join button. And I also have a good weekend, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Bye.